friends. I am in the kitchen right now. I have a busy day of cooking. I am going to be cooking some carnitas, beans, and rice, all homemade from scratch. Most of it is going to go to one of the ladies in our Bible study group. She just had surgery and people are bringing her food, meals, and I believe I'm cooking for 3. I'm going to, of course, add a little bit for me so that I can have some as well. So I'm not going to show you every step. This is not a tutorial. This is just something I'm going to show you that I'm going to make and show you, of course, the end result, which is going to look delicious, because if you've never had carnitas, they're better than tacos, I have to say. So come join me. Hi friends, I'm taking a break. My back is killing me. I can't stand for long. It just starts to hurt when I'm on my feet a long time, unfortunately. But I've had a busy morning already, as you can see. I started on the meal for today, and just before that, I went to Walmart to pick up my groceries. I usually just have them, I just go pick them up curbside. And I got a text message that they didn't have any pork stew meat. And I knew that was going to happen. I don't know why. But I thought that's a bunch of baloney. So after I picked up my groceries, I went inside. And sure enough, lots of pork to pick from. And I picked up my pork stew meat. Just exactly even what was on the website. The same price and everything. Like it was waiting there for me. Like they made it for me. But yet, whoever didn't pick it up, didn't see it, didn't want to see it. I don't know. This is about the second time this has happened, where it's obviously in front of their nose and it's not there. Last time it was soil, potting soil, and I parked right next to the potting soil because they have a lot of that outside. This was like back in early May. So they said they didn't have it, so they didn't give it to me. So when the guy came, I told him, I said, there's potting soil right there, but yet I can't have any of that. And he turned and looked at it, and then he looked back at me with a blank face, like he didn't know what to say. And then he proceeded to ask me, would you like everything in the trunk? So I looked at him like, I was just dumbfounded, you know. So I don't know. I know they work hard in the heat, especially when it's really, really hot, like we had this heat wave these past couple of days. But anyway, I am taking my break, resting my back. I've got some budgeting to do, some accounting work. I'm also going to be working on possibly some stickers I'm going to gold foil. I'm also trying to work on my football zine. Whether that's going to be done or not, again, I don't know. But right now, I'm just taking a break, and I'll talk to y'all soon. So I'm working on some faith-based stamps again. This time they're going to be gold foiled. I'm doing the 16 names of God. I've got the list right here. I wrote them all out. And then the meaning of them, a short meaning of what each one means. Should have done this before. But I am going to mark off what I have as far as the name, not the meaning. I'm gonna transfer them, airdrop them to my Mac, and pull them into Photoshop, and then I'm gonna kind of shrink them, because if I were to send these straight into Silhouette Studio, I don't know if any of you have this issue with Silhouette Studio, but when I have a heavy file, what I mean by heavy is a large file, as far as megabytes and all that. The bigger the file, the more it distorts inside Silhouette, and I get distortions. So I've learned to pull my illustrations into Photoshop, keep the quality and everything, but I shrink them the size down to hopefully around a megabyte or less. If it's in a kilobyte and it looks great, I will use that. So I'm going to go ahead and work on these, and then I'm going to transfer them to Photoshop, and then from Photoshop I'll send them into Silhouette Studio. They'll be ready, and I won't have any problems in Silhouette Studio, and I will arrange them into, oh no, wait a minute, yes, I will arrange them into sticker sheets, and from there in Silhouette is where I will print them in on my laser printer, because I need the black ink from a laser, and then I will gold foil them, and hopefully everything will go smooth, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, I am ready to select everything to go to my Mac. Okay. So I'm going to share PNG, should say 16, yep, 16 images. Click on my Mac computer, and you just heard it, and there they are. That quick and easy. That's what I love about the Mac. Okay. Oh, I'm listening to Tatiana's new video vlog. I will leave a link below. She's a great coach for starting your own business, so if you're interested, go see her. She's got a wealth of knowledge and information. Okay, here's Photoshop. So what I'm going to do is open Adonai, and there it is. Then what I do is I go into image size, and then right now it weighs 1.83 megabytes, and I can probably shrink that down to half. So that's what I'm going to do. So okay, it went down to 468.8 kilobytes. So, and it doesn't lose its quality for what you're going to use it for. So once I'm done with that, I save it, and then I just go on to the next one. So here we go. Now I'm going to open Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to first prep the page, turn on the registration marks, adjust them to make them more narrow, and then now I'm going to go and bring the images in, and I'll design the banner later. I've embedded them all into a sheet. This is basically an 8.5 by 11 sheet landscape. I've gone on ahead and just gave it a title at the top, and then I added some stars all over the place to just fill it in. But these stars are also going to be in gold. Some stars and some little dots. But I think that looks cute. I love it. I'm happy with it. Went ahead and just printed out a rough draft just to make sure everything looks okay. And I'm going to cut it to size and then trim it to make sure it looks correct. Okay, I just trimmed them down to the exact size they're going to be, and everything looks okay, centered. Except the title, I'm going to move it down some more. That's just too close to the top. I'm even going to round the edges on this sample. Again, this is a sample. Move the title down. That's all I need to do. And other than that, I am ready to start making some final copies. Yay! I don't know how Coca Nutacha does this, but I tell you, he's amazing, and I'm so nervous. It feels so fragile, and I cut it right. Crazy, guys. I've done it just a couple times before, but it's still gotta be careful I don't foil the registration mark. This is so staticky, but I did figure out that it's easier to move the paper underneath than trying to move the foil to make it just right. So okay, nothing is poking out that shouldn't be poking out. So okay, I am ready to put this through the machine, and hopefully it won't shift. Okay, I just pulled it out of the machine, and now I'm going to remove the gold foil. So since I have to cut out every sheet, I went ahead and used this method. I didn't realize how tough foiling sheets can be, but you really have to press hard. So I've measured it, I believe 8 by 10, 7.5 by 10, something like that. So I should do that off because the little gold pieces are going to be sticking to the mat. But I do see some mistakes. Of course, the silhouette's not cutting around the stars correctly. And the big stars that I have, like the Star of Bethlehem, that's what I call it. It's just way too thin for the silhouette to cut around appropriately. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's just not going to come out right. I think what I'm going to have to offset it. Offset the stars, all of them, as well as the dots. And then on this side, it's just not printing centered according to the sticker. So let me go ahead and peel one off, and I'll show you how it's not centered. Peels off good, but See how it's not centered? So I need to go back and fix that. It looked fine on the sample, but of course once you run a true final one, you don't know what you have until you do that. So, but anyway, I'm not discouraged too much, but I am tired and I am hungry. I haven't eaten anything except coffee and a scone, and it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think I'm going to take a break from this and go get something to eat. Okay, so I had to take the images back into Photoshop, and I have deleted the squiggly lines, the kind that you see around stamps, and I'm going to just make it a perfect square and leave it at that. And I don't know if that'll still work, but I have a feeling is that my silhouette is not liking the gold foil, and I think it's just having a hard time reading the registration lines, as well as the images around the or the cut lines around the images. So I'm going to try this method by removing all the squiggly lines. I did it here, and then let me go in and open another one and I'll show you. You can see the squiggly lines around there. So I'm just going to go and click on, I believe it's this layer. Click on my magic eraser tool and delete that squiggly line, that layer, and yep, there it is. It removed it. So I'm going to go and do that with all the images, all 16 of them, and then once again embed them into Silhouette, and hopefully that'll work. Okay, so now I'm ready to start embedding the new stickers into Silhouette Studio, and I went ahead and created in Silhouette Studio a border, a squiggly border, to make it look like a stamp, and I'm gonna hope and pray that that works. So let me go ahead and finish doing these, and I'll print them out and gold foil them and then cut them, and hopefully the next time I come back on the camera I will have a successful final sheet of stickers. We'll see. Okay friends, after 2 tries and almost a whole roll later, a whole roll of gold foil, they're done. I figured it out. In Silhouette Studio program, I had to go in and shift the squares to the left, and that worked. So yay, finally success. I'm going to list them in my Etsy shop within the next day, and right now I am printing out several bundles or packets, so they'll be ready to go. Hey friends, so I just wanted to give you an update on my Football 101 for Women Basic Fundamentals zine, and as you can see I haven't gotten too far or much further, but I'm really trying. I've got a lot of the basic stuff down and drawn into my pages. This is just a very rough draft. I think what I'm going to do is create all the pages in Procreate before I transfer them into the zine. But like you can see, I have the basic components, the offense, defense, and then the special teams. And then I break down the offense into the positions as well as the defense and the special teams. And then the rest of the pages are blank. And my brain is a blank when it comes to trying to explain the downs. And that's where I always come to a brain freeze. So I'm really struggling with that part. And so I'm doing some more research on it to how I can find a better way to explain it. So hopefully I can figure that out this weekend. And then for next week's vlog, I can show you a better result of what I've done and how far I've gotten. So I pray and hope that I can get this done soon, because football season is just around the corner, and I just can't tell you how excited I am. Some friends and I have already bought some season tickets for football games at Liberty, and we are so excited. And also in August, I usually use that, or start that month decorating my quote unquote my football den, and I'm excited about that, bringing out all my football stuff to decorate the living room. And of course NFL starts playing their preseason games, I believe, in August. I really haven't kept up with NFL only because I am more of a college football fan. So football college starts in September, although all the student athletes are back at their colleges and starting training camp or in training camp. So all of August they'll be working hard, practicing and doing weightlifting and all that stuff, and pray for good seasons and that nobody gets hurt. So thanks for stopping by if you made it this far, and we will see you next week, next time. Until then, friends, you take care. Have a great weekend. God bless you.